Okay, now we can continue with Penelope's, Penelo's, whatever the name was, Portus, I think.
You mean Penelope Porter's Postal Services?
Yes, exactly that.
Postal and Parcel Services?
Alliteration.
Penelope.
Yeah, you would arrive there at this time. You see this building very close to the edge. And it also seems clear as to why it is so far out on the rings, as it is just past the line where the upper district or the medial district is above the lower, because above the building rise these very thin brick towers high up in the air, dotted with small holes, out of which birds leave and enter.
I guess we walk in.
Yeah.
I'm taking.
As you
Yeah.
step inside, you see a couple people sitting in the sort of ante-room with a counter, and as soon as the little bell above the door rings as you enter, you see a small goblin peek over the counter. Welcome to Penelope's. How can I help?
Well, I was just wondering, how exactly does your service work? Do we have to, like, get one owl of our own and then we send it back and forth to get the message across, or how exactly does it work?
Well, the birds are trained, so they fly to specific locations back. Other postal services we have in other cities, or other points of interest. So you send one owl there, and another owl, or perhaps the same owl, carries it back.
Okay, so it's
But
not
all services go through us.
Okay, so it's not something we could use, like, while we are adventurous, so sometimes we leave the city, we're somewhere outside, and if we just want to, like, call for help, or if we want to send a message to someone, that would be hard, right? We have to come here to send the message?
Well, it's to train an owl to fly to specific things, and also back is quite difficult. But you could possibly have an owl that knows how to get to Polythreme and contact us. You could probably send it from anywhere, but I'm not quite sure if it would be able to find you if you move. That kind of training is probably quite difficult, and not a lot of people would probably make use of such a service. At least we don't have an owl like that.
Okay, but like, we could, like, send a message here, you could relay that message to whoever is...
I suppose anyone in the city, yeah.
Okay, so, and whenever we come back, we can just pick up the owl again to take it with us
I
again?
suppose so, but if you rent an owl, it probably runs you more expensive than our regular service. It's 5 silver for the regular service, but renting an owl is probably. I'm not sure how. I would have to ask someone higher up.
So there are no people who have, like, their own owls here. Maybe some of the higher ups maybe have their own personalized birds.
Not usually, I don't think. At least not with our service.
Well, you could ask. We would like to basically... I know it doesn't seem to be possible, but, like,
Okay.
I imagine to, like, buy one.
Do you have
That's a personal...
any sort of
owl.
estimation of how long such a trip would be, or is it like an indefinite, like just kind of fully buying the owl?
Yeah, it's basically like buying the owl, because we never
Okay.
know how long we are on our way.
I'll be right back. And you see her sort of dip behind the counter again. You don't really see her walk away, but you hear the footsteps, and then a couple of seconds later, you see a door in the back open and close.
Is there any owls in the
Owl
room with
behind
us?
that. God damn it.
Yeah, are there any owls in the room? Just
There
grab
are a
one
lot
and
of
run.
Pictures of owls, but no, there are no cages of
Ah!
owls in this anteroom.
Ah!
What did you want to steal?
No, just
Oh, I
kidding.
wanted a pet one.
Oh. I hope that's okay with you guys, by the way, but I thought that might be a good idea, like, to have some
Oh, yeah.
means of contacting the people here in Polythreme.
Sure.
If there
Well,
isn't some magical way of doing it, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I can magically do that.
You could certainly with a sending spell.
Yeah, I can. That's what I can do.
Yeah, but Soleil has no idea you can do that.
I just said I could.
I didn't know you said that out loud.
I did.
Okay. Maybe he doesn't want to admit that just having an owl is pretty cool.
It's got to be cute though.
Like, you can have an owl or you can spend a spell slot.
Yeah, also, what if there's like some kind of magical wall or
Isn't that
barrier?
a 3rd level spell?
Sending is
Yes.
3rd level, yes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, let's just
hear
wait
the
until-
door open
yeah.
again, and
I can turn you into an owl slave. That's what you really want.
Oh
You hear the
god.
pat of footsteps, and then up above the counter, the head looms back over. So there is also a thing you have to sign to not open a rival business of the owl, but I was told that you can buy one for 200 gold.
We can sign, no problem. That's we don't want to start something here.
Can I pet an owl?
I mean, if you buy the owl, you can pet it all you like, but unless you have anything to send, I don't think I can let any strangers into you know the aviary.
Let's buy an owl.
So what do you think, Red? Like, is that some kind of party expense that seems interesting?
I mean, like in general, yeah. But I mean,
I'll
if I
pull
would
out
just
my-
say,
I'm pulling out my own coin purse.
maybe she means she can send it because she's about to buy an owl.
I would like to buy an owl.
Okay. This is the most passionate I've sent her yet.
Okay, yeah, you
What's going
see sort of this rustling of paper as she sort of carefully places a piece of paper onto the table and places a pen next to it.
I sign it.
Okay. Usually our owls know how to feed themselves, but obviously that's on long stretches when they fly and have, forests and such. If you're in an area for a long time when there's no food or critters around, then you might need some mice or shrews or usually meat-based is what they eat, and well, it's just like taking care of any other bird otherwise.
Okay.
Have you ever taken care of a bird?
She grabs the
No.
signed paper and you hear the pat, pat, pat again, and the door opens and closes.
But I like animals.
A minute later, the door opens and closes again, and you see this cage, almost as if it were floating, move up to the counter, and she places it on the counter and hops back up on what you assume is a stool and looks over. Well, here's your owl. She's relatively young, so she only really knows how to return to Polythreme yet. But I mean, she probably will return to the aviary here, so perhaps you would like to mark her with some sort of so she's easily recognizable to you. Maybe
What?
a little armband or
Okay. What about the hat?
well, usually any other accessories could possibly hinder flight, or they might just get blown off. So I mean, you could try, but there's no guarantee it would stay on. I suppose we don't
Okay,
really
I'll
have
gladly try.
a place to keep her separate from the others. So once she arrives, obviously we'll receive the letter and we'll know which one that owl is. But if there's no specific identifier, finding her again.
Okay. Customer.
What-
Does
what
she
sh-
have a name?
What should we name her?
Oh, we don't really give them any names, but since she'll be traveling with you for a while, if you keep calling her by name, I'm sure she'll start responding to it. It's training like any other owl, I suppose.
Maybe like make it fitting to our group. Like we are even four, so maybe she could be named something like Dusk.
I like that. I'm doing it.
So you hand over the 200 gold.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. She sort of takes the signed paper and she shoves the cage a little bit closer to you, and then just waits for you to take your own.
Did you have a band?
Wait, to take my what? Did you say to take?
Wait, did you guys want 2 owls?
No.
No. It was just
Wait, what is she waiting for me to do?
Well, yeah.
Marking the
so.
owl so that they know if it comes in
Oh,
that
okay.
it belongs to you.
yeah,
So
just buying
obviously they will
something.
know that it belongs to you, but they don't have a way to really keep it separate. So
Okay.
once they place it in the aviary, once you return to pick up the owl again, they would obviously need some kind of way of knowing, oh, that was theirs.
Yeah, maybe some kind of
Because
ring
the
that's
aviary
around
is,
the foot.
it's this long tower with hundreds of roosts just hanging on the side where the owls just gather and sit and get fed and stuff.
A ring
Just
around
like-
the leg with Dusk written on it.
I'm looking for stuff.
Now, just dropped.
No.
I'm coming back.
Just save, just in case.
She went
someone
insane
else or
from
something.
not
I
finding
timed
nothing.
out.
See if you can just connect back. Or
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I don't really have anything on me.
I mean, you have the owl with you. You can,
You can
until you
just
send it, you can.
you could just go and find
deliberate.
something right now, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just as soon as you send it to Polythreme, they could, finding it would probably, still be possible, but it might take a while and be very bothersome. So
You also might want to buy like a leather glove or something. I don't know if you need that because of your armor, but if you want it to land on your hand, maybe you just want to have a good glove for that.
True.
Thava is fairly thick.
But yeah,
I'm
also
pretty
Soleil's a little bit all over Thava right now to get good look at the owl.
I'll
Yeah,
get
you
some.
have an owl and an owl cage.
Yes. I'll get something to mark her. With my clothes. Maybe I can get like a fancy scarf. Take a little bit off of it.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Okay. I have an owl.
Where would you be going, Evelyn, after your identification?
Oh, Probably to the upper district.
Okay. For you, it's no problem. You ride up the chain lift to the upper district, and as you step out, you present your mark and just walk past the guards, and you are in the upper district.
I'm gonna head initially to my parents' house.
Parents, which I have completely just prepared.
I'm just trying to get into the party without making it a big deal.
Hold on.
Let me see. I think I.
Yeah, quite, relatively casually, you make your way through the streets of the upper district towards the Quad Silver mansion.
I'll look around for someone when I get there. That can track down and give me the location of my parents or siblings, either, or work. Whoever's available. Making beggar dig.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at your backstory.
I don't actually think I
remember
told you
where-
names. I'm trying to double check here as well. Let me see.
There's
Really?
one other
Bob
person
and Christine.
that obviously isn't really around.
Yep.
I don't think I see
Name is
names for
Tiffany.
Hold on.
And Chad.
I think I have it in a different document that maybe I didn't give to you.
You might have at some
wow.
point.
It's gonna be a meme. It's gonna be like Evelyn, Devlin, and Bevelyn.
Javelin. Javelin. No, wait, hold on.
Carol Baskins.
God damn it.
Carol Courtsilver.
And her dad named Chad.
Chad the Dark Lord.
Okay. I hate my father.
His name is Chad.
Where do the others go?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
Practicing an owl.
I'll get you that
Still
here in
need
a second.
clothing, right?
Yeah.
We need clothing, but I would be happy to help you, Soleil, if you said you wanted to make some inquiries about something.
I was thinking, maybe to get to the field office again and maybe ask our contact person about that. She can maybe find something out.
Well, it probably is best we go with you then, in case they are still mad about that.
I mean, yeah, I was thinking about not just going in, but just just watching the building, seeing if she maybe gets in or out at some point.
Are you two okay with that? If we take a little time?
Sure.
Oh,
I don't know
and
what that is.
oh, right. So, listen, we may have murdered's too strong of a word. We had a little bit of a run-in with the Colas Guild in this office where they do some probably illegal smuggling.
I don't know what the Colors Guild is either.
You know, you've already got the right mindset, so don't worry about
You're
it.
gonna be fine.
Oh,
But also there is a smith right there, so maybe you could ask that one to maybe make that little ring for
That's a good
Dusk.
And I was going to say, what I had thought about, Kara, is I know that you can generally hold some drink. Have you ever tried, lighting it on fire?
I can't say I have, no.
Would you be open to that? I've seen it be very entertaining by some of my colleagues that are very talented.
I am not fireproof, though.
Right. The point is that you like spray it well enough that it doesn't light your face on fire. You know, I don't know if you've been to a party with fire breathers, but they're pretty cool.
Have you
I
never been to a
think I've
circus or something like that before?
Oh, right, you want me to spit out the alcohol and
Yes.
then light it on fire.
Yeah.
That makes...
Yeah, I thought you meant like taking, fire shot.
I mean, that
Well,
also
that would be
works
really
with like
impressive.
tequila.
Well, it works if you have alcohol that's high enough proof. Light it on fire, you drink it, and it pretty much immediately extinguishes as soon as there's no air.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, either or, however.
I had those way deep in my notes, Becker, but I sent them to you on
Unearthed.
Discord.
Okay,
It was
so
just a thought.
Yeah, you guys make your way to the field office.
I guess. Oh, that's not just the smith there. There's also like the meat guy, so you can even buy food for the owl if you wanted to.
Well, have you know that I deleted that map, but I do have most of it on memory.
Unbelievable.
Look, I noted down Billy Bob Butchers, yeah? Billy Bob
Butchers.
Billy Bob Butchers. So
Best butcher in the city.
he is a regular thing now.
Yeah, okay. You make your way to the field office. It's another, you kind of walking the same way back that you came, so it takes you probably another hour or two. It's definitely starting to slowly become afternoon at this point. And Evelyn, you knock on the door of the Quartz Servers. And after a couple of seconds, someone opens the door and you look at the face of a young maid you hadn't seen before, but in your experience, maids and servants come and go. Yes? Sorry, how can I help?
Yes, I'm looking for the head of the house or anyone who's around.
I believe Mr. and Mrs. Squadsilver are out something about council business, but I believe both Liam and Ailing are here.
Right, could you tell him Evelyn's here? Want to talk to him?
Evelyn,
I'm their sister.
Oh, my apologies, Miss
It's fine.
Squadsilver.
It's been a while.
Yes, right away. Please make yourself comfortable. You can the lounge is. I mean, you probably remember, but
Right.
lounge is to the right. There's drinks, and I'll be right back.
I'm just gonna
You see her
go sit
immediately
down.
dart up the stairs of the lounge, and
Off with her head.
Gonna go sit down in the lounge and just hold Kieran in my lap like, this is fine. This is fine.
after a couple of moments, you see your older brother Liam walk down the stairs. He has a wide grin on his face. Evelyn,
Liam! Mm-hmm.
good to see you. Are you... And he looks a little bit more, somber. Are you coming back? Are you ready to...
No, I'm just visiting for a moment.
I see. Well, you are missed. I want you to know that. Finn and Ryan, they keep asking about you. And, well, it's unfortunate that they left with Mom and Dad, but well, it's good to see you.
Yes, it's good to see you as well. I've been busy, getting into all sorts of troubles as I tend to. It's been lots of fun. By chance, I was curious if you were all heading to the party with Vidar.
Ah, the masquerade ball.
Right.
I don't think this year. I was considering still going, with maybe some eye candy on my arm, but well, a lot of people in the upper district here are a bit worried about the party, so I figure I'll just spend the evening with mom and dad.
Due to the attack?
Yeah, well, I mean, supposedly there's, since there's so many fewer guardsmen, I still don't know how so many could fall so easily. It's ridiculous. We have noticed that, if you look outside, there's usually a guardsman on every corner here, and now there's like one on every second. It's, there's definitely less guards, so it's a good time to sort of stay inside. Is it safe where you live? If you
No,
needed us to maybe hire, I know you have that servant fellow with you. but
right,
if
yes.
you need someone, perhaps someone a bit bigger, stronger, there's
Wow.
a lot of swords in the city for hire.
Red Sox.
No, and I appreciate that. We've been
course,
actually
yeah.
managing well. And I'm quite well in a fight, as I've found.
Oh,
Um,
you've been fighting?
Yes, it's actually been exciting.
Well, there's something I won't be telling mom and dad.
Probably for the best.
They are very...
I'm a grown woman. I'm perfectly fine. It's just been something to keep me busy. I was considering going to the event tomorrow night. Got some questions I wanted to maybe ask of Vidar, and
Oh.
thought that might be a
You
way.
know him personally?
Not really, but it's come up in a couple of social circles of sorts. And wanted
Of course.
to
Are you
just
looking to get one of your old dresses, or?
Well, I was trying to see if I couldn't, by chance, if the family had an invitation, step in on that invitation.
Oh, of course. I mean, the quad servers are on the list, so I'm
Right.
assuming your name should be there as well. Naturally.
Right, and I probably could use one of my old dresses.
Well, we left your rooms as they were. The maids have been cleaning, but no one's really moved anything.
I don't happen to have any of my old journals in there, do I?
I
Might have to look
personally
around.
haven't checked really, but yeah, your old secretary's there, so I suppose if you left them in one of the drawers, they're probably still there.
I'll have to look around for some old notes I had. Right. Well, it's probably best to lay low a bit right now.
Oh yes, definitely stay safe. Maybe take a break from the fighting while the situation in the city is so. And if you ever wanted to come back up to the upper district, it's definitely safe up here. There's a lot less rebel around, and if things do boil over in the city, there's no safer place to be.
That's true. That's definitely true. I'll keep that in mind. I appreciate it. How have you been generally?
Well, we've been well. Quad servers do as quad servers do. Met a couple of people, didn't really work out, so I've
Haven't
slowly
found
been
the one
learning,
yet?
No, not at all. Dad's been teaching me the business. I think he's probably thinking about retiring sometime in, well, it's 10 years is sort of way out, but I think he's begun, transitioning. He's been working less, leaving more for me and for his secretaries and stuff. So
Well, I think you'd excel in that. You really.
Well, it's been going well. I hope I can bring more to the Quad server name than we already have, I suppose.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'll probably go then and check through my old sessions, and see if I can't find something to attend tomorrow evening with.
Yes, of course.
Um,
I'm probably gonna be taking care of some, the father's business, but if you have anything left, just feel free to knock. Ailing is taking piano lessons right now, but I'm sure she'd also be happy to see you.
I can stop in briefly, I'm sure.
I would say make yourselves at home, but he gives you a tight embrace before letting you go and smiles. You know you are always welcome back. In
I know.
fact, yeah, you know how mom dad feel.
I know. I don't think I'm ready yet to come back, but maybe I'll work on trying to visit more.
He nods, still smiling with this slight hint of sadness in his eyes, but he leaves you to your business as he heads back up the stairs.
I will head to my room. I got out of curiosity, that note that I had that was torn page, did it look like my handwriting or somebody else's handwriting?
Definitely someone else. It
Okay,
was
that's
written
fine.
as if someone had watched you do it
Okay,
over the several days that it took.
right. My character, I'm pretty sure I had it written down what I'd done to create Karen, but I couldn't. But I'm like, maybe she forgot.
There's definitely knowledge that no one
Should have. Perfect. Okay. Then I'm just gonna go up to my room. I don't have to necessarily. I'm gonna go through like my things, just double checking my journals to make sure I hadn't written this down somewhere. Just
the notes you
as a
left
double
behind
checking.
especially are all like old experiments, stuff you did in your childhood, just
Right,
mundane
nothing-
stuff. All the important things you definitely took with you.
Right.
Even like looking for where you kept more secretive things, maybe more private stuff in like a secret compartment in your drawers. Nothing that would allude anything to that page you received.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and pack a bag of some additional clothes and
Yeah, I mean you can add like two or three sets of fine clothes to your clothing to your inventory.
And,
You have a large amount available, I'm pretty sure.
yes. I'll add that to my inventory, and then I don't know if the other group wanted to do anything or not, but I'll jump back to seeing Aisling.
Yeah, the rest of
Ailing
you
afterwards.
are sort of, standing outside the field office for a couple of minutes. There's the butcher, there's the smith, that garden shop, the bookstore, and do you approach the shops at first, or do you just wait outside for a while?
I'll just wait outside.
Oh, this always reminds me of the time we lived down here.
Trying
My
to pet the
goodness.
bird, the owl through the cage.
You
Sleeping
live
rooms,
here?
Oh, yeah, well, my mom, she worked as a servant most of the time in the Update District, but there, well, in between jobs and, well, occasionally I got into fights with the rich kids and then lost a job. Had to live in the poorhouse, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Well, it was actually labeled the poorhouse. Well, except the R had fallen off, so it was just kind of the poo house. It was pretty shit. But anyway, not for that long, but yeah.
Soleil, what was your passive perception?
15.
Then suddenly you feel something hard at your back. A familiar feeling. Someone is definitely holding a knife at your spine. You feel a hand on your shoulder pulling you slowly backward. And you hear a whisper. Don't move.
I won't move.
The hooded figure pulls you deeper into the shadows. And then the knife vanishes. And someone pulls you, turns you around very quickly. Throwing back a hood, your quote-unquote contact looks at you. Are you insane? Middle of the day?
Well,
Anybody could be riding around on their motorcycle right now.
we weren't
The rest-
approaching like the building directly. We were walking
Well,
around
it's
here.
not very inconspicuous to be standing around in the group looking at it. You couldn't have at least, lounged around the butchers or something?
Well, it worked, didn't it?
What do you want?
I wanted to ask you some questions.
At this point, Thava, you notice that Soleil is gone. You see him further down the alley, sort of talking into the shadow, but he's just standing there.
I'll just keep playing with my owl, but while also facing
By
him.
the way, when you were, when the whole thing happened, did you by any chance release a baby purple worm?
If you mean,
God,
I think one of my friends like
You know
opened-
nothing.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that, right?
We don't
I
know
was in the
anything
back
about it.
room.
I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
heard crates toppling over and stuff, but
Yeah, I genuinely don't know what you're talking about, actually.
she musters you with a raised eyebrow.
Remember, I've been
Okay.
with you the whole time. I was the
Well,
one.
it's been
guarding
causing us a bunch of problems. It's escaped, so
What is
Whatever.
even that thing you're talking about?
it's a baby pub. We were smuggling it for some rich lord or something. It's a worm, but they grow very, very large. And it's
future
tumbled
boss.
right underneath the city, so no one knows where it is right now.
Oh God, it's gonna
They
be
have been
awesome.
known to cause problems for cities, so if we're lucky, it's gone, far away. If we're unlucky, maybe in a few years. I don't know how fast they grow up. Anyway, it's beside the point. What did you want?
Now that you're talking about smuggling, I remember that you mentioned that you sometimes also smuggle people in and out of the city.
Yeah. What
I
about
just
it?
wanted to ask you if someone has been smuggled in lately from Antok Arc.
Lately?
Lately, I don't know how long this campaign is lasting already, but like a couple of weeks before I entered the city, I guess.
Well, my memory isn't. Do you have a description of the person? Do you have a name? I mean, sometimes they give us, fake names, obviously, but. If I'm.
I
to
do have a
search,
name, but
the
I have
books,
to.
I don't handle the smuggling personally.
I have to look it
I
up.
can look in the books if
I think
maybe
I,
the person stood out somehow.
where do I have it?
Where do you have it?
Yes.
You guys make me dig, I make you dig.
Yeah, that's totally okay. I'm just. Soleil? Oh, there's the Soleil stuff.
I mean, do the others of us not? I'm
No
not
one is
sure.
allowed to watch this part of the fucking recording, by the way, because you see all the backstory parts of my character.
Oh my God. Why would
because
you
I've
do that
opened
on
it.
screen?
It's just happening.
Just cut it out.
Yeah, I probably will.
No one's allowed to. Well, to be fair, not a lot of story stuff is happening.
You just need to be like, this part, please stop watching until the next section.
Have you ever heard the name Lorana Villain?
Well, it doesn't ring any bells to me. I'll take a look in the books. Any Anything special? Elf? Maybe long face? Anything
Noble.
remarkable? Sometimes
Noble daughter from Antogar.
That should be rather obvious. Well, I can take a look in the books. I can probably ask a few people without prying too deep, but quarterly, was it right?
That's more than enough for
Send
me.
you like a letter or something. And the next time you show up, just go to the butcher and just ask for a thin cut. And if he asks you what kind of meat, just say thin cut.
Okay, sounds good.
Right. She writes down something on a note, and then you see her pull the hood back up and just walk away into the shadow.
As he walks back, I'll wave to him.
I walk over there.
Did you get what you needed?
Kind of. Not the information I needed, but I met the person I needed to meet. And I look at Red and Kara.
Oh, good.
I met
I
her.
didn't even notice you were gone.
Yeah, she was pretty stealthy, I have to admit. Even I didn't
They were just
realize
right
she was
over
there.
there.
Yeah, well,
Were
I
they?
couldn't really say something. She put a knife in my back and pulled me out of this. But yeah, she's doing some investigations for me. Maybe she will find out something about the person. I should have asked you beforehand, Red, if you needed some information too, but I didn't know what you were
No,
looking for.
it's fine. It's old business.
So I
I suppose we shouldn't really hang out here.
yeah, we should leave, and I think for today this is enough. Looking around.
It's time for clothes shopping.
Yes. Did you, by the way, visit the Smith here and Billy
oh, no,
Bob?
No, I was playing with Dusk.
So you
I
can
was
feed
the
Dusk
crack-
and you can put a ring on Dusk.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. The smithy was pretty.
Yeah.
a ring.
We should.
Butcher's right here, and
Yeah.
he's farther down.
We also shouldn't
All
forget about the name of the Smith this time because I want to note it down.
Right,
Just
the name of the smith.
because so far it only is called Smith.
Right.
But Billy Bob
yes.
actually had a name.
The name of
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Smith
His name is
like-
Bill Bob.
No, his name was
Grog.
Bill, aka Billy Bob. So yeah. But
Billy
it's a
Bob.
Smith.
Smith is called Greggy Grog.
Cracky Croc. Smithy Smith, the Smith.
Ruh-roh, Raggy,
Okay, yeah, you go to the smith first.
Hmm.
I guess.
Okay, yeah, it looks pretty much like it used to. That sign of the hammer of the anvil hangs above the door. You open the door and it creaks open, and in there you hear faintly, well, not so faintly, just basically around the corner, the beating of metal on anvil.
Hello, excuse me.
The smithing stops, and around the corner comes the portly man. Nods. Come back for more chains?
Not this time. But they sure are of a good quality, so I brought a friend of mine who wanted to have some kind of a special item.
Great. What do you need done?
Oh, I just want, I suppose a ring to put on my owl here.
Ring on an owl. You mean like not jewelry, right? Just like
Something
an
to.
armband, but for a bird.
Oh, he wants to propose
Yeah.
to the owl.
Yeah.
Did you say he? Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
shit.
Wow.
Wow.
Did you just assume the gender of the owl?
Right. Well, I don't have any really like. I'm not a goldsmith, so
I guess
I
as
don't
long
really
as
have
it's
anything precious around. So
Hmm.
can do most things. I do have a little bit of silver if you wanted silver, but it's about the most I can do.
yeah, the lighter the better, I
Yeah.
guess.
Good point.
I'm allergic to silver. Not the.
Oh well, dark iron it is then.
Okay.
Do you want anything engraved on it?
Hmm. Can you engrave it with the Dusk?
What, like a picture of the Dusk or the name?
The name.
Dusk? Yeah, sure.
A picture of the tusk on a ring.
Man, I mean, if he's offering.
What would the picture of the Dusk look like to you? I just have to know.
Well, sort of like a sunset, right?
And how do you do that in dark iron on a tiny ring?
Well, you make like a half circle and like like a sunset.
How do you know it's not dawn then?
He stares at you for like a solid minute. That's actually a pretty good point. You see him ruffle through that metal scrap for a while before he pulls out a very long, very thin band of iron. And he heats it up in the forge. He beats it sort of almost into a closed ring, which he then slightly bends apart again, and then he starts hammering the engravement into the ring. It's sort of a little bit, it's flatter and wider than a ring, obviously. It's more of a band, a small one.
Hmm.
He hammers around for like 10 minutes before he quenches the armband in water just in case it is still hot, and he holds it up to you. The engraving isn't the finest. It's very crude, the writing, but it says very clearly Dusk.
How much do I owe you?
Well, I mean, probably took me about 10 minutes, so say 5 gold.
Okay. I'll give him 5 gold.
I'm used to doing, fragile things like this. You have the owl here, so we can, close the band. I mean, you could do it yourself, but it's easier with pincers.
Okay.
I mean, I guess she holds the cage during all this stuff.
I mean, I've just been carrying it. Playing it along.
Which leg do you want it around?
The right one.
Okay, do you mind holding the bird still? So, accidentally.
It's a rare animal handling check.
Oh,
Yes, give me an animal handling check.
oh
We're gonna
god.
have a couple of those in the
Bird
future.
flies
I love it.
away.
No, the door's closed, right? Okay. That's a bad roll. Oh, okay. 11 plus 7. That's 18.
Hey.
Such a bad roll.
You open the door and you retrieve the owl out of the cage. As you sort of, you grab it at the wings with both hands. It seems relatively docile, so you set it on the table and you very calmly grab its leg and hold it slightly out. The owl turns and looks at you, but doesn't seem to protest.
Just 90
I've been giving
degrees
it
to the
pets
side.
this whole time.
The owl looks at you. Is it like 180 degrees, like backwards looking at her?
Well, since you're holding the leg out sort of to the side, it's more like a 90-degree turn.
Okay. So I just imagine like the slow turn, like.
But its
Smith-
expression, it's like the expression a cat gets when it has to wear like one of those cones. It's full of pain. Like,
Google angry owl is probably what it looks like.
Oh, yeah, let's
They
Google
look
it.
like
Oh,
naturally angry.
angry owl images. This one
The-
has an ice
the
cream
Smith
cone on
places
its
the
head.
band around the owl's leg, and with a much larger pair of pliers, he sort of bends the band shut at the back. And yeah, your owl is marked.
Yay!
You pay him, and he
Oh.
walks behind the counter to put the gold coins in what you would assume is probably a strong book.
The last one. Oh God. I love it so much.
I'll put Dusk back in the cage. And then continue to pet her.
Okay.
Now we go.
Yes.
You want to buy some meat for her too?
I suppose. Don't we have
I'm gonna
meat
say
at,
that it's too late for you now, but you didn't ask the name again, so ha!
Oh
Right.
God. And the sign just says Smith, right?
It's just an anvil on it, I think.
Hmm.
I don't even think it says.
Just an anvil and a hammer.
God damn it.
We have quite a bit. Well, we can get meat, but we have quite a bit at the.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
also
good
have a
thing.
market closer to Quartermains. And you recently found out that you have a cooler in the basement.
I don't get hungry very often, so I can just give Dusk all my food.
Okay.
Allergic to silver, doesn't need food. No,
Undead.
nothing suspicious
I
at
just
all.
have a slow metabolism.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
We still need to go clothes shopping.
Well,
Right.
I know this excellent clothes shopping district where I get all of Evelyn's dresses. I'm sure they would have something for you. They have these cute little shops. It's great.
I'm just gonna walk with him because I finished everything I wanted to do anyway.
I'm pretty big.
Yeah, you head up back to the medium.
Oh,
and,
I might want to do one thing. On the way, I want to look out if there are some wanted posters.
wanted post.
Mm-hmm.
Just on the way as you return to the...
Yeah, just to make sure if I'm on there or not. Basically.
Whoa.
You do see a large notice board at the very center of the lower district, at the shaft which leads upwards, but most of them seem to be news related. You don't see any wanted posters.
Okay.
You'd assume that to see wanted posters, you'd probably have to go to some sort of bounty office or something similar.
Okay.
Side question. I'm assuming that the Songspire College is somewhere in the medial district.
Yes.
Are by any chance the fancy clothes and artsy shops near it?
Probably, like, art shops, more likely, but...
I asked because I had thought of something that I wanted to get at like a I don't know, like at the college or a novelty shop around the college. So if there were clothes shops not too far away, that's where I would take them.
Well, there's definitely stuff on the way. So as you go up the shaft, there's definitely like a shopping district here. Shopping district. And then the Songspire College right here.
So I thought about it more, Kara, and I think I remember there being like some kind of wax you can put on your lips that'll actually help you even more with it, so you don't like burn them, if you're open to it, of course.
But why would I do that?
So you can be part of the act.
But why do I want to be part of the act?
Why wouldn't? I mean,
I mean,
Why wouldn't? I mean,
can be quite fun to be on stage, actually.
yeah, Soleil's gonna be up there. I'll be up there. Thava's gonna be there.
Is she?
are you?
I don't
Hold
know.
on, I didn't. This is the first time I heard about this.
I mean, she's a
She said
specialized
she can-
owl trainer. She can make some tricks with her owl.
No, she said she
This
can play
is-
some instrument.
I'm
There was
not
a-
very good. It's
It's
more
just
of a
an upper
recent thing
district
than I'm
ball
trying
you're
to
playing
get as
in.
a hobby.
Also, Red, what would you think of?
Uh-huh.
I like to draw.
Right.
So like if I would that be considered an offense if we offered something like caricatures? I don't know how it's pronounced in English. Caricatures.
No, not yeah, that's right.
Because
I think that some would appreciate it. Like
Yeah.
from what we know about Badar, I think he's kind of a sassy socialite type of guy. I think he'd actually like that. I don't know about the others.
just an idea. We could offer something like that. I can try that out. I'm decent.
There's all
at those.
kinds of art supplies if we do head that way. You could do one in like, well, do you like just paints or do you like
I'm more like the black and white coal on
Paper.
paper linen
canvas?
is it canvas type basically.
got a
But
great
yeah,
idea scheme for that as well. You do basically the same thing, but like with a wax, and then the last minute you throw a charcoal against it and the image appears. It's amazing. Great show I've seen.
yeah. Well, I don't know how that works, but never done that at least.
It sounds like a lot of charcoal on the floor afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, upper district servants, whatever. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, and then you're not wrong.
Why are we going to this party again?
I don't
good
know.
reason.
To make connections, to find some information.
Right.
And potentially help out the guards.
And
But-
why
and
are we
also
going
it's
Maybe
money.
maybe Luncaster information and stuff.
Why are we doing an act?
Because that's what
Or-
we're getting paid for. 500 gold, maybe 1,000 if we do good.
Yeah.
That's
Also,
why I'm trying to
it's
help
a
us do good.
Very good reason to
Right.
get in there in the first place.
Specifically what Red is getting paid for.
True.
But you share it with us.
If you're in the act, I'll share it with you. How about that?
Okay, I'm in.
All right.
Okay, I mean, that was easy.
That's what I like to hear. So we got to go there. All right. So we. That's where we're headed. If the dresses are on the way, we can do the dresses.
Yeah, you find some shopping before you reach the Song Spire. The Song Spire is a little bit further out at the edge of this ring, because to which you know the dismay or the spite of some of the upper district residences, the Song Spire reaches out above the limits of the district. So, being at the edge, it sort of reaches to a point where if you stood at the edge, at the top of the Song Spire, you'd be able to look into the upper district from the outside.
Nice.
But yeah, you'd find the shopping district before the spire.
So let's see. What would you? If we're all going to be in the act, we should really just have coordinated outfits.
Sure.
And I got to remember something for Evelyn. What do I need to roll to find good dresses?
Rolled. I mean, there's plenty of good dresses around. Assuming you're just, buying fine clothes.
Yeah.
Would my size account for how difficult it would be to
If you're
find?
looking for tailored dresses, then yes, definitely.
Oh, because I'm 6'8".
That
That
is
is quite
big.
big.
She tall.
I'm sure it's fine. I mean, there are plenty of tall people.
Oh, I could have gone with 69.
Ah,
Oh,
Ruined.
well, yeah.
New character.
I'm retired.
You had one job.
Coming back with dorks at 6'9".
Dork, what happened?
Maybe
I'm
while
an
sitting on
enlargement.
her robo.
Comes back as a dreadnought. Greetings, citizens.
Hasta la vista.
Okay, so set of fine clothes would cost you 15 gold pieces a piece. Except for Thavas, which would probably cost you about 20.
Okay. I can pay for that. 20. I'll pay for my own.
So I can pay for mine. Kara's and Soleil's, that's fine.
I can pay for my own.
Okay.
15?
Mm-hmm.
I could, but if he pays for mine, Soleil won't say anything. Just saying.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Fair
I'm not gonna
enough.
make the money.
Evelyn had told him to
Also-
take care of it, so.
If I could find like, I don't know if I can find like a silk scarf or whatever, I'll buy it. So I can like tie a little piece of it to the ring on Dusk.
A silk scarf. Okay, it'll probably come to about another 2 gold.
Okay. Yeah. I've done it.
Do you do anything in the meantime, Evelyn?
I'd probably briefly stop in to see my sister. And then probably head out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your sister also is happy to see you. She bombards you with questions, of which you only answer a few.
Is
and
very
before
not
you
answers.
Head back out.
What time of day, by the time I got done with that, would it be roughly?
At this point, it's probably late afternoon.
Then I'd probably try to head to the archives in the library.
Okay.
Well, correction. If I walked to the library and then I had to walk back to Quartermains, would it be after sun? Like, would it be evening by the time I'd get back to Quartermains? Or, like, time-wise, I'm just trying to figure out.
You probably arrive at the archives with the sun still up, but when you left, it might be dark out. You're sort of at the edge there.
Yeah, I'll hit up the archives.
I'm also assuming that I bought a new fine clothes dress for Evelyn in the latest whatever fashion.
In the latest whatever faction. Okay.
Latest whatever fashion.
Latest whatever. It's a sailor fashion.
Probably not.
It's a sailor costume.
Okay, yeah, you make your way to the archives, past the large in Polythreme archaeology. As you arrive, there's a lot of people running around with, stacks of papers, classic. There's a couple of counters at the front of the archives, and there seems to be quite a few people making inquiries.
I'll head over to one of the counters impatiently. And look for someone to assist me as quickly as possible.
Yeah, as you step up to the counter and you sort of look around impatiently, you hear faintly someone sighing. Yes, hello, how can I help you?
Yes, I need to look into your research on the blight.
Research on the light. Well, any particular author? There's quite a few papers on it.
None that's in off the top of my head. I'm looking at doing a task for the bishops, and I'm trying to. I might have to be around the blight, so I'm trying to just be as prepared as possible as far as effects, what works, what doesn't work, as far as avoiding, or the best way to deal with it.
Okay, you gonna read them here or?
Whichever works, I can either read them here or take them with me.
Well, you know, taking them with you, unless you've got a marker, I'd need your name, for one. He kind of waits expectantly.
It's Evelyn Alana Beryl, Triana Amber, Kiana Quartz Silver.
Quartz silver.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yes, quite sure.
You have your marker with you?
Yes, and I'll show off my marker.
Oh, well, that makes things a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be right back with your copy.
Wait impatiently.
He heads off. After a little bit, he comes back with a sort of large leather folder with a bunch of papers inside. There's a string sort of tied around it to hold the entire thing together. It's always easier with the Arbor District folk, because we can just hand out the copies. There you go. And it'll come to no charge. Class.
One additional question. Are you aware of any documents regarding the study of vampirism or lycanthropy? The blood specifically? The curse specifically?
Vampirism. Yeah, I'm sure there's some papers about it. Unless you have a particular author in mind, I'm gonna have to get a second folder.
I'd appreciate the second folder.
Alright. He looks a little bit less pleased now, but he heads off, and this probably takes a little bit longer. Quite a few minutes later, he arrives with a second folder with a bunch of papers. Alright, well, it's the most relevant stuff we have here. There's a couple of books too, but...
This should be sufficient.
Right. And, surprise, surprise, no charge, classic.
Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and take out 5 gold and pass it his way anyways, and then grab the folders and
obliged,
turn
man.
around. I'll get these back when needed. And I walk out the door.
In his pockets, and yeah, you walk out the door with 2 heavy folders on the arms.
Yes. And I make my way back to Quarter Means.
After your shopping.
Continuing on the way, is there a... I'm not looking for anything special, but like a... Oh, I don't know how to describe it. Like a nice, I don't know, I guess it would be like an herbal lotion for pain, and I don't know, some piece of jewelry or something as well.
You'd probably be able to find both a jeweler and sort of a pharmacy that would carry that kind of stuff, yeah. You are close to the archaeology, so it's definitely easier here to get some sort of herbal remedies.
So I'd like to pick up both of those for however much that might be.
That was an herbal remedy. What was the other thing? Just what kind of jewelry?
Just like an earring necklace set that's new.
How expensive?
in a new not super expensive, because let's go with like a semi-precious, like a barrel perhaps. Like a barrel silver mix, maybe.
A
No
barrel?
reason.
What?
A barrel is a type of
Yes, a barrel,
semi-precious
a
stone.
full barrel. No,
A full barrel full
barrel.
gold.
barrel.
I think that's a type of stone.
With
yeah.
the urban remedy, it would probably come about to 100 gold.
That's fine. Do we arrive at some type of, I don't know, music and jester shop or something of the sort?
There's a few woodworkers directly around Songspire, many of which obviously sell instruments due to the clientele that's readily available nearby.
How about more like an art and performing shop?
Yeah, there's probably those two.
So let's try in there first.
The Songspire itself has a few sort of almost different colleges within the college, whereas people, specialize in different kind of styles of performance.
Perfect.
But yeah, what kind of, are you looking for sort of an arts and crafts kind of shop, or?
Yeah, so I want to get something like I described, like some kind of fire-resistant chapstick? I don't know. Something to help Akira not burn her face off.
Really dedicated
Sort
on
of
that
wax
happening.
bomb you could
I'm really
probably
dedicated.
find in the Urban Remedies shop as well.
Okay.
Since it's sort of a pharmacy.
Why am
But yeah,
I
why-
the one spitting fire and not you? Aren't you?
Because you like alcohol.
But he's got to
You
play
like
the
alcohol?
instrument.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking the alcohol. I'm spitting it out.
You still
That
keep
is
a rest
kinda
of
sad.
taste in your mouth.
Or you could drink some of it after.
Yes,
You
but
don't drink
aren't
alcohol
you
for-
like fireproof or something?
Kind of
Looks at
racist.
the tiefling.
No, I'm
Yeah.
legitimately not. I'm an other kind of tiefling.
I would like to buy painter supplies if we
Uh,
reach a painter
Hashtag
shop.
not all tieflings.
Hashtag that's a little bit racist.
I'm an abyssal tiefling. I just roll for random spells.
What kind of painting supplies do you buy?
No,
Mostly
it's
the
just like
canvases, or-
it's a painter supplies. It's like thieving tools. It's just a tool for I'm
you can buy
proficient in. It costs usually 10 gold.
Yeah.
From the books. Yeah, because it also has like I just read it up what's in there, and there's like a canvas in there and coal and I guess most of the stuff we need anyway.
Yeah, if you are planning on making a lot of caricatures, though, you might have to buy some.
Yeah, some more. Yeah.
Which I'd say that you could probably buy a whole slew of canvases for 10 gold.
Sure, I'm gonna buy those too.
So am I able to find fire-resistant chapstick?
Yeah, you'd probably be able to pick it up at the pharmacy.
Yes!
It's sort of, it's more just it's almost like Vaseline, basically. It's this oily kind of balm that's made to a large degree out of wax and animal fat. And yeah, you could use that as protective covering for a surface.
How much?
It depends on how much you buy. Like a small tin, probably definitely enough for just nibs. Would cost you about gold.
I gotta walk my dog real quick.
I would have said anyway that, let's take like a 10-minute,
Okay. Sounds good.
because I gotta go
walk
pee and stuff.
Gotta set somebody's lips on fire.
And I'll be
Hot
right back.
lips.
I'm just trying to get everybody involved in the performance.
I am not getting involved in the performance.
I already knew that though.